Now, you were obviously a player before you were a coach, bouncing around all over. You played 1 year in Toledo with the Storm. What made you stay?
You know what? I got married in 2004 in August, and that September I left to go to Long Beach, California. I was there for 2 years. My wife stayed back. She's a phenomenal job, and I knew it was towards the end of my career. I wanted to get home, away from family and friends as well, and Toledo being 2.5 hours from where I grew up, my hometown in Glencoe, Ontario, my wife in Cleveland, it was a great opportunity. Now it all had to be put together. I was in Long Beach as a veteran player. The standard four per team, the rule was still there. So it was a phone call to Nick Fatusi at the time to see if he needed a veteran player to come in and help out. They had a great run the year before I got there. So there's a fine line between, does this guy fit, doesn't he fit? We want to try and win a championship in Toledo, and I got to camp and showed my stuff and had the ability to stay throughout the year. I was a leader on that team, and once I got to Toledo, I realized how passionate the fan base was. Even at the old sports arena across the river, they showed up every single night. They cheered for us. Whether it was win or loss, they always showed up. And so, to me, as a player, you want to play in those types of environments. You want to be in those types of environments. So then the walleye rolled around. Nick and I had a great conversation. Knew I was going to retire because they were going to be non-existent for 2 years. And we just stayed in touch. And then the opportunity came to be an assistant coach here. And I jumped at it, and I've been here ever since. And it's just Toledo's become basically a home to second home, I would say. I spent a ton of time here. And so I love it. My family loves it, and it's a great place to be a coach and be a player.
You mentioned the fans. They come out in full force, regardless if it's an exhibition game, preseason, postseason. I mean, it was almost a sellout for that preseason game a few weeks ago. What makes them come day in, day out?
Well, we've created a monster here. I mean, let's not kid ourselves I think with the product on the ice now, this will be 5 years in for sure, hopefully 6. We're pretty short into the season now, but I think with the on-ice product of winning, that does help. But I honestly attribute the fans packing this place because they're hockey fans for Toledo sports. Our front office does an amazing job of getting different types of people in this building. I think once you come and see a game live, you get hooked, especially with all the things going on during intermissions, during the timeouts. The fan interaction is unbelievable, and that's all credit to our front office staff. They work extremely hard. A lot of people behind the scenes that you don't even know are doing their job. It's like clockwork, but I know how many hours and how many meetings and the thoughts that are put into it. Everything's done for a purpose with this organization, and I think that's what helps put the people in the seats. With that, it's such an honor to be the coach and stand back here. When you get announced, people are cheering. When the players are announced, they're cheering. It's an unbelievable atmosphere.